Motherfucking waistline shit. These niggas ain't forget about me. So much hate going on out here, B. Shit is outrageous. These niggas want me to stink and everything. Like, I can't even win. The way they be going at me, you think I stole their mama. Shit crazy, B. Just so they want to watch a nigga fall just to say I told you so. That's crazy. Contrary to what you heard, I'm out. I mean, I already planned this. I just kept it on the low low. I didn't really tell too many people. I didn't tell nobody actually. Basically, what I'm saying is that people knew already. But you know how that go, man. And shit private, even HR be telling news. They be all up in my business. All up. I'm talking about these haters, not anybody else. All up in my business. These niggas can't even deny it no more. I'm the greatest. I'm the best that ever did it. You? You the best that never did it. I am the best. Everybody knows that already. They just be hating on me. I see these niggas hating on me. Come on, man, get the shit crazy. Gotta fix my headphones. I constantly gotta fight these demons. They want me to smell like shit. It's crazy, yo. Like, that's how much the hate. That's hate right there, my nigga. That's the ultimate hate. Like, that's like niggas like they can't even compete with me no more. They just like fuck it. We just gonna try to do everything in our power to kill this nigga. We gotta disgrace him, everything. They can't fuck with me, man. But it's too hot out here to even be talking for this long. Yeah, nah, good. California, I don't know California girls that well. I only been here for 6 months, so I'm still studying. Feel me? I know a New York girl. When I see a New York girl, I know a New York girl. Right off the back, I know a New York girl. But I've been away for that long too. But still, I still know I know a New York girl's behavior. I know how a New York girl act. California's different, man. It's crazy how things change the opposite way. Cause I have to be very cautious about who I'm looking at and who I'm giving my attention to. Cause there's a lot of, like I told you previous in the other previous video, there's a lot of trends out here, and they be trying to. I don't know. They trying to prove they don't really want me. Anyway, they don't really want me, but they want to prove a point that I'm gay in some form of weird shaped way. So even if I decided that this is what I want, they're gonna want to deny me and hold that shit back like it's something worth holding back. It's amazing. So these people are just they're just trying to do they're just trying to prove to they're just trying to force the issue and be like, yes, I knew he was gay, but you've been trying for years now, and it's like even if you get it tomorrow, it's like, yeah, after a while, people get exhausted, but I'll never get exhausted of that because it's my existence, and I'm gonna keep fighting it to the death of me, nigga. That nigga's crazy. Anyway, it's very hard differentiating with all the face mask shit, being covered and everything, even without the face mask. These niggas, like I said earlier, it's still hard to tell. So I'm taking a chill pill. Feel me? I'm taking the biggest chills right now. I don't give a fuck about no bitch right now. Like, I'm focusing on my grind. Like Danica said, focus on your purpose and your money. I put God first. Feel me? Yeah, I'm putting God first, then everything else fall wayside. Feel me? Even when I get the money, when not if, it's when I get the money. You feel me? Always speak positivity. A lot of people be talking about you gotta speak good vibes into your life. but they just thinking good vibes requires good talk, like no cursing or nothing like that. No, good vibes require you using the right pronunciation, the right verbs and nouns. You can't use the word if, take if out your sentences, take I can't. These are all bad vibes. This is in denial. You doubting yourself. So that's why I said when it's for certain. Feel me? I'm projecting that. I'm penetrating that through my universe. I'm injecting it through my universe. Like, yes, when I get it, not if I get it. If it's like a doubt. It's like you doubting yourself. Anyway, I'd be like, yo, when I get that position, not position, when I get that money and everything else like that, I'm still not going to let these bitches come along because it's still very hard to tell. You feel me? I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. I refuse. I refuse to compromise in any form or shape. We're not compromising. Feel me? I'm not doing it, bro. You know, the first few minutes of my video, I go through this, then the middle and the end, that's when the topic just get hot. That's why I gotta start cutting the video in half to make sure. You feel me? I'm not trying to get caught up out there like that, you feel me? They be trying to trick me, man. I know the difference. They know what I like, so they try to place another nigga dressed like that. Like, no. You ain't gonna get Jeff. You ain't gonna get me. Mm-mm. You feel me? They be hating on me, man. I'm still gorgeous, flawless. You did. My last video, it's a continuation of my last video. Now, what I was saying was that at work, right, I was comparing myself to the situation that the African American has been in the United States. Because I'm trying to help the American who does not understand it yet. You feel me? Who maybe is ignorant or hasn't been educated long enough to understand what is going on. This is who I'm trying to explain myself to. So I'm using my own story to explain. I'm equivalent in myself to the African American, and I'm using the opposite side who's working every day and every night to make sure that I don't get to the goals that I'm trying to get to. And basically what I was saying is that I'm equivalent to what the African American has went through. You feel me? If you take a look at my story and my company that I've been working for 6 years now, you feel me? Where people just literally they're taking every initiative to make sure that I don't get promoted in any form or shape, make sure that I stay in the position where I'm at, you feel me? And when these people get promoted, they make it seem as if that they knew more than I. Like, they always try to show me off. And I'm like, yo, I don't care for that. You feel me? Yeah, it would be nice to make more money and everything else, but the knowledge that I have gained in a company cannot be replaced by any form of money. You feel me? Every building that I've went to, they've watched me in secrecy and taken pointers and ideas away from me. Some I've trained general managers, I have trained aerial managers, I have trained PAs. You feel me? I'm training people who are now above me and probably own stores. Not probably, they do own stores. Sometimes I go into the same buildings to help out. They be like, what the hell, Jeffrey? I'm talking to a person that I personally train. And they just like, yo, I want you to come, I want you to stay in this. And I'm like, nah, that's too far away from me. You feel me? But I went over there to go help them out during the pandemic and everything else. And before the pandemic, I used to go into different buildings to help out. And I'm seeing people that I've trained under me. And they're in position of not in just a regular manager. They're the one doing the hiring. They're in the position of the top manager. So the knowledge that I have gained during that time period, even though they refuse to recognize me, it's okay. I still gain knowledge. In the meantime, I'm still going to be gaining knowledge and learning and everything else. And this is how I'm trying to tell you guys about the African American, how the African American during that time period, who else If I come into a company, who else would I talk to except for the ones who hold the most information? Even if the company was bought by a new manager, they would know of my record to come to me or to watch me in secrecy to learn what to know what I know. Even without acknowledging it, if they refuse to pay me, because they can't even pay me if they wanted to, because you can't pay Jeff. Like Jeff, you know how much I'm worth, baby? Millions, man. I'm on my way to a billion, baby. It's a nice car. Anyway, he missed his chance. The camera couldn't catch him. And you feel me? So this is what's really, really going on. I mean, in New York City, I was doing my thing. You feel me? I went to New Jersey, the same thing. They sent me to other buildings to help out. Came back to New York City, they sent me back to New Jersey to help out. We talking about traveling state lines back and forth. So just to go help out and shit like that. So you already know what time it is, you feel me? So they know the knowledge that I possess. They know these things already. But yet they refuse to acknowledge me and put me in the right position to go for it. So basically, that being said, that's the same thing with the African American. The African American built this country. Although Barack Obama is stupid enough to say that the African American did not build all of the country. Okay, cool. He didn't build all of the country. You saying he built half of the country? Nigga, what are you saying? Sometimes Barack Obama cannot speak for all black people. Because this is bigger than Barack Obama. You feel me? Sometimes we just gotta tell Barack Obama, shut up. Like, you bugging out, my nigga. Like, shut it all the way up. Like, I remember when I was in his position and I was making the same senseless argument without even thinking about the big picture. You feel me? Now that I'm in that position now, and I can actually see my struggle comparable to him, I know that there's people being put in places. It's like the Manhattan Project. You have people doing things that they don't know what they're doing, but yet they probably dangle a fruit in front of them, a paycheck. You feel me? Things that they play with their emotions. You feel me? And these people are working against you without them even knowing. I just came to California 6 months ago, and these people are fighting as hard as the New Yorkers fought for, and as the people in New Jersey fought for. They don't even know why. They just decided I have to do it because my boss told me to do it, and I don't even know these niggas from a hole in the wall. So why is it so hard to believe that? Yet you know of my story being true. Come on, man. Y'all niggas gotta start using your head, yo. This is why they love me, because my compare and contrast shit is crazy. It's lethal. It's a lethal weapon, I tell ya. Anyway, this is what's really, really going on. You feel me? Like, people are in positions and they don't even know the reason why they in that position. They just doing their job. They don't give a fuck about the position. Like, I just gotta do my job, Jeff. It's nothing personal. I just gotta do my job. I'm like, all right, cool, man. But I don't even know this niggas. I came out here 6 months ago. These niggas is fighting as hard, even maybe harder, or maybe as equal to those in New York that was doing it for years, 6 years. They going hard, and I'm like, damn, like, I can't understand New York. Like, feel me? I was around there for a long time, whatever reason I did decide, like, I understand this behavior, but you. What's up? And this is the same thing that the African Americans go through. There's people out there who are working against the best interests of the black nation. And this is even not even just in America. This is world, global wide. They're working in the best. They've been put in those places, and they don't even know why they're in those places. You feel me? They've been injected in there. They don't even know. These niggas are just being used like a tool. They think they earn that money that they spend. You ain't earn shit, nigga. If anybody earned that money, it's me and the blacks across the nation, or any oppressed people. Black just means something that, you feel me, it's like, you know, it's a goal. Black is a mineral, right? That has been underappreciated, but yet is the most valuable mineral on earth itself. You feel me? So it's like gold, it's like gold being devalued because somebody didn't like gold. Then they put more value into silver. And the people believe it, and guess what? It will be true. Plain and simple, man. That's just how it is. Even the American dollar, currency, The money that we use now, it's because of the belief that we put into it. That's what makes it work. You feel me? So it's the same thing with me. The belief that people should hate me. Yeah, just keep on driving, my G. Hey, me and you work in the same company, bro. What you hating for? Then again, why the fuck am I complaining? They be hating on me. They do be hating. Anyway, it's this belief that hate Jeffrey. Like they don't like. There's no way I can hate somebody that passionate. Then I don't know that person. No, it's like I have to do a little bit of like I have to see you miss a couple of shots. I'm like, yo, this nigga suck, man. He did that last year. Like I would have to have a concrete evidence for me to have that kind of emotional outburst. But these niggas don't know me like that. Not even like that. They don't know me at all. You feel me? So when I look at the African American, and the more I age, the more, like I told you previously, I was on the other end, arguing my brother down. You feel me? I hate to bring him into this. He was like, nah, man, they need reparation, my nigga. Like, you don't understand. Da-da-da. And I'm like, nah, this nigga talking because his girlfriend is African American. There's no way he believe that shit. I'm like, how the fuck they going? I'm like, I'm asking questions like, who are they going to identify as African American? Da-da-da. Da-da-da. And I'm like, now knowing what I know, I'm like, you don't think that the United States government knows the difference between who is who? Just like the job here. You don't think that these people know who to assign to who? Your job applications and everything, those documents that you leave behind. Come on, man. They know this shit. I'm comparing that shit to my own life, and I'm like, yeah, they definitely know this shit. You feel me? They know. They know who to hire. It's not a coincidence that you have that many trainees working in one building that can fit a whole football stadium. Like it's not a coincidence. You feel me? A floor on a football stadium. Let me not exaggerate. It's not a coincidence. This is something specially being asked for. This is something that they do. There's a data. There's a computer that can analyze and break all that shit down. Like they know these things already. Like they know. They know. They know the geographics. They know this shit. They've been doing this shit for a long time. They got the data on their side. They really do got the data on this. They know this shit. They know who is African and who's not African, who's mixed and who's not. They know this shit. Come on, man. They done went so far as doing 23 Ancestors.com. You don't think they know the genetic code of what an African American is? Where one's is Native American, one is not? Come on, man. Y'all niggas, I started thinking and I'm like, yeah, that shit make, like, then they know who is who. So that's not the question of who can we give it to. That question is dead now. They already know who's who. Then my other worries for my past self. My other worries for my past self was they can't afford it. Of course they can. Of course they cannot. They can never afford it when it comes to the emotional trauma and everything else that ones have been through. But it's obvious that they can. They can definitely afford it. It's just that some other people will have to go into slavery and start working for us. Because all the money in the United States, no matter how many times they print it, will not be enough. I see you, man. Look at that. I was paying very close attention to that nigga because he stopped. And I was wondering why he stopped. So once I cross over, now he want to start driving. And that's not by coincidence, by the way. That's why I started paying attention. Anyway, so understand this, man. We have to understand that the emotional trauma, the money that it costs and everything else. We can't even have a case and say, yo, what was the African American doing before the Staten Island, what is it called? Before all them things was open, when they brought the immigrations in, what was the African American doing, and what was the level of crime during that time? You feel me? We need to start looking into these things, because I bet you, I tell you, once the mobsters and all these other immigrant groups came in, there was a lot of violence that came with that, and it changed that community too. So that's another cause. You feel me? Like, come on, we can go into all of that. And then the drugs that came in, and the guns. Who's this nigga right here? He just came out of nowhere. He decided to walk behind me. I mean, we could we could throw it down. He has a lot of body parts for me to smack the shit out of this nigga, but we ain't gonna go into violence. We can look into that and see that the drugs and the guns that came in and how it changed the environment of the African American. It wasn't that like that before. You feel me? These are systematic behaviors that they keep pushing upon the African American community. You understand? The separative of Africa itself and African America. The miseducation of the African American to say that Africa was dirty and flies in kids' face. Like, I mean, who was like you? That's crazy. That's like me coming to America and only going to the bad parts of America and advertising that part to the rest of the world. That's exactly what was going on. You feel me? So yeah, the African, I'm like looking at all that stuff. Yeah, you spend a lot of money trying to miseducate us, so you owe us and you can pay us. And every other country that you gave money to owe us money too. Reason why? Because they took the money without questioning where it came from and how it was earned and everything else like that. They just took it, and that was not fair to us. Feel me? That's another story. Another excuse for my old self was that there was no other excuse. My other excuse was like, damn, I forgot that one. But I remember Barack Obama saying that other ethnic groups would not be happy about it. It doesn't matter what they're gonna be happy about. Well, what I'm gonna be happy about. We should be grateful that the African Americans fought for us to be here. They gave us the opportunity because they had to fight against people who didn't know any better. You feel me? They didn't want that shit to happen. These individuals who was in control of quote unquote slave masters did not have any formal education on how to think about these things. You feel me? Like, come on, man. Imagine you buying a slave, right? And now you telling the slave that he got to work your lands. How does that? Did we train all these people who came across? Of course not. These people already knew what they was doing. And that's just a fact. These niggas is crazy. Think about it. It's a fact. It is a fact. Of course, when you start speaking the truth, there's always going to be some dirty nigga that's going to come out of nowhere to shut you up. Because he hasn't educated himself enough to hear that kind of language over and over to be comfortable with the truth. So a person who has not heard the truth enough and is not comfortable with the truth is always bothered by something that he has never heard of. It's like me speaking another language that you never heard of before. And you're like, dang, what the fuck? Like, but you have to hear it because it's constantly ringing in your ear. You're going to be bothered by it. You're going to be annoyed. So that's what's going on right now. These people do not know how to speak the truth. They don't know how to hear the truth. They don't know how to interpret the truth. So whenever I speak it, it's like a demon hearing the words from the scripture itself. They go crazy. Like, ah! And they just looking at, they be having that mean face. You should see the faces of them. Man, people, I'm gonna start twisting the camera over so I can show you these niggas' faces. But they can't really do nothing or say nothing in my face because it has to go down. You feel me? But I'm just saying, like, you dig? Like, I'm not even talking to the world. I'm just talking on my phone. And I'm not saying it to the point where I have a speaker where the whole world can hear me. I'm just talking on my phone. If you know by now that these mysterious or foreign language that you're hearing, that it disturbs you, then why are you subscribing to a channel? You have the opportunity, it is your American right to freely choose not to hear it. Plain and simple. Ain't nobody forcing you. You feel me? But some of us are so addicted to drama that we can't stop. We just gotta keep going. We just gotta do it. We just gotta hear it. And guess what? Who else can you blame but yourself? It's okay. Damn, I just missed it. It means I gotta wait a whole hour for the next one. I'm with you. Because I still don't know Cali girls like that. So I believe the ones that I happen to be interested in happens to be the one that I'm not supposed to be interested in. It seems like that's another topic. Nah, no lie. It seems like Cali girls are more laid back. I'm talking about the natural woman. It's more laid back. They're not into that whole extra makeup. I'm from a place where it was the girls were a little more, makeup-ish. They had nice clothes. You feel me? They was very flamboyant, if I can put it in that sentence. But when I came out here, truth be told, some of these girls are a little more relaxed. They're more comfortable in their skin. They're not flamboyant. They're just being a woman. And it's hard for me to differentiate the two because I'm from New York City and everything else. You already know what time it is. All right, I should have won the first time. Yep, lost it. Anyway, back to the subject at hand, which I basically forgot. I did forget it because of distraction. I know they be doing that shit intentionally. Let's distract them. It's gonna come. Let me just cross the street. Oh, so like I was saying, man, the African American, the money owed to him cannot be paid. Another senseless thing was the thing that Barack Obama said that, which I already said, but I'm just going through it. He said that other race or other ethnic groups is going to be offended. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, imagine me being offended. The only way I would be offended because I don't have all the information at hand. So of course I'll be offended. But somebody educated as Barack Obama, it's kind of funny how a person can be so educated, go to school for so long, and still be ignorant in certain areas. Now I'm not saying Barack Obama is ignorant in that area, but I'm just saying that, for him to say such a thing, I have to question, okay, what is the true intention of your education that you learned? Feel me? I just gotta question it. You kind of got me worried on that part. By you saying that, like, nigga, imagine me telling me that I will be offended because somebody else who fought for me to come to this country. That's like me getting mad at my mom. For me, that's like me getting mad at my mom. That's like me getting mad at my mom for bringing me here. No, I ought to thank her. Like, thank you for bringing me here. You feel me? I knew I belonged here already, but thank you for bringing me here. That's my boss, I'm telling you. I didn't even think about it until I looked down and realized that I've been talking my ass off for generations. I done birthed the whole nation up the speech of my words. Fucking asshole. You wanna stop? Oh, okay, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll definitely take it. Yes. Whew. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks, appreciate it.